Side Jim Laugesen, and these are the next 4 matches on offer then on court number 1, starting off with the men's doubles, couple of men's doubles actually, but first up is the Chinese pair there. You can see Li Junhui and Liu Yuchen up against Ku Kien-kiat and Tan Bun-hyung, and of course for Tan in particular and for Ku, this a match of great meaning. I wonder whether this will be the last time we see them as a pair together, because if they bow out here in this men's doubles match, that will be that. Ku is calling it a day, and Tan will be off with his new partner. And they're up against a young pair here from China who are on the rise, where of course for Ku and Tan it's a farewell, but will it be a memorable swan song? They are ranked, or I should say seeded, number 10 here, Ku and Tan. That despite the fact that their world ranking, of course, has plummeted due to the fact that, of course, Ku just hasn't played any competitive badminton now for 6 or 7 months. Here are their opponents then, Liu and Li. And they're on the rise, up to 19 in the world. The world junior champions, Asian youth champions of 2013. Winner of a Grand Prix gold event as well this year. That was in India. And they got to the final in their last event as well, the Open Chinese Taipei event. So they are quite a formidable partnership. Look how Ku, he's looking nice and relaxed. He's obviously going to go out there, Jim, today with the feeling of it, enjoying it, because this is it. This is his international farewell. This is his last match before he goes back to Thailand to coach. He's not played any competitive badminton either for such a long time, and they know it's going to be a tough one ahead of them here, the Malaysian pair.
Definitely, and you can say this is the last chance for achieving that goal that everybody in Malaysia has been looking for that many years, to take home that gold.
I mean, they haven't realistically got a chance of gold, have they?
There's always a chance when you have such a good player, but we'll have to see fitness-wise and playing-wise how ready he is.
Well, their best results at a World Championships, Ku and Tan, finalists in 2010. They've competed in every World Championship since 2007. Last year they were knocked out in the second round by Kim Ki-jung and Kim Sa-rang. First round bye here this year, whereas their opponents came through in round 1 against the Scots, Martin Campbell and Patrick McHugh. Never met before, and well, one pair seeded, but their world ranking is plummeted, and one pair not seeded, but they are in the top 20 of the world. 62 now the position for Ku and Tan as far as their world ranking's concerned, but it's not about that, is it? It's about a partnership that goes back 8 years, that ended in February after Ku's decision to quit the national team. Really nice, I suppose, that on a big stage like this they can just give it one last go.
Of course, and fantastic badminton players. I always felt they've had a tremendous potential, but I never really feel that they have fulfilled it.
Love watching them.
I've always loved watching them, and especially the guy we see here, Ko. Technique-wise and all these things, incredible.
So we're just about ready to get underway.
On my right, Yu Chen Liu, Yung Kui Li, China. And on my left, Tan Bun-hyung, Ko Kien-kiat, Malaysia. Ko Kien-kiat to serve to Yu Chen Liu. Global, play.
Well, of course, it's a World Championship second round match, but there's no doubt what the story is. That man there who is pummeling down the smash, Ku Kien-kiat. Tan with that power shot as well. Can they go out on a high? Can they beat this Chinese pair? Couple of points to start with.
Yeah, well, with such skills and anything can happen, and the way the men's double is played today, with a lot of service and service returns, and that third shot where it doesn't really get that stamina-wise really hard. There was a possibility if the Chinese pair doesn't get the Malaysian pair out and running a little bit. But so far what we've seen in this tournament is that it is a little bit easier in this tournament to get out of the service situation. So let's see how that goes. I must say though that we're already seeing here in the beginning how good Tan and Ko actually is at covering the first 3 shots.
Service over. 2, 3.
Picking up the pace now, the Chinese pair.
3.
Well, first World Championships for them, whereas it's the last one, of course, for Ku. It feels like one era starting here, another ending.
Yeah. But of course, not an easy game for the Chinese pair as well. They know they know what the Malaysian pair is capable of. So,
well, they're a former #1 in the world pair, aren't they?
Even though that they can probably see that, and of course realize that the Malaysian pair hasn't played for a while, and they might have a big chance of winning this one. It's still very difficult. Like, while having Ko having a go at me, I can say I've seen him being fitter than we can see here. So,
listen, he retired, didn't he?
Yeah, so and that's fair enough.
In February, and he's been coaching.
I know exactly how that is. So but they can see that as well. But don't get fooled by that. He can still play.
He's got all the shots, hasn't he? Pretty close to playing one there as well, just wide. 5-all early stages, but a missed serve.
6, 5.
Liu putting his serve into the net.
Difficult for them to get out of the first 3 shots.
Yeah, it's an interesting combination it's been, hasn't it, Ku and Tan? I mean, such real highs. They won the gold medal at the Asian Games back in 2006, the first gold Malaysia had won in 36 years. Commonwealth champions 2010. First Malaysian pair to win the All England in 25 years. Hero status back in Malaysia because of that. And yet, there's going to be some regrets over what's happened over the last 8 years.
Definitely. Regrets, and looking from the other side, from the behind the table, always had tremendous respect for the way they play and the skills they have, and just a pleasure to watch. And I never really feel that they fulfilled their potential, and I think it already started when they were big favorites at the World Championship in their home country, where they lost to the Japanese pair. And ever since then, I kind of felt, people thought, oh, wait a minute. Before that, they were pretty unbeatable, but they can actually be nervous and they can actually have weaknesses. And ever since that, I think that it's been pretty hard for them, because everybody's been saying they have to win the World Championship or Olympic gold, which is a tough task. When you're in the same area as Chai Chun and...
I mean, what a point that was, for example.
Yeah.
Ku was on his knees there playing the flat exchanges, and then Tan at the back. Look at that.
That's what you can do. And Tan is still up there,
And they can be one of the most exciting men's doubles pair to watch, can't they? In terms of, from a neutral standpoint.
Definitely
here.
gonna miss them so much, because they got that extra thing, I think. Something like this.
11-7.
Fantastic start for them as well, and Lee and Liu have got to try and work this out here.
But they seem like they're having fun. And
But there's no pressure,
no,
is there?
and you can see that's probably what they should have done the last 8 years. Easier said than done,
Yeah,
I know,
of course.
but that's what they could, you know, if they could have worked a little bit more on that mental aspect of the game, and you know, I don't know what they've been working with, but it didn't look like they were comfortable, and didn't look like they were enjoying it at some point, especially not on Ko's side. But here he's just loose, and you know, we can see what can happen.
So
120
11-7
seconds.
is the interval lead.
120 seconds.
Yeah, there have been some really good articles I've been reading in the build-up to these championships. Koo saying that one piece of advice he gives to the guys that are stake: don't make the mistakes I have made. And you know, I mean, obviously a lot of questions over his focus at times. You know, he's a flamboyant extrovert character, and I suppose that translates sometimes not into the most, at times, professional way you want him to behave.
No, but what? Let me put it this way: this is fantastic that he goes out and say that. I think that's just class, that you can actually accept that you've had things you could have done much better, and that's the best advice you can give to the next ones coming up. I totally agree with him. I have the same things. No, I wasn't the class of him, but you know, that's the advice you can give young people. You know, this time that he's been through is not going to come back, and you can't really change it. These things, you have this one career, and it's not coming back. So make the most of it when you're there. But he still seemed like he had pretty much fun with everything. So.
Oh, he did. He looks like he had fun, and you know, and listen, he's achieved a lot more than many other badminton players.
Definitely. But that's part of being a professional badminton player and being a top player. When you talk about talent, well, it's also come in, training hard every day, structuring what you eat,
13,
don't go out,
9.
you know, all these things. You have to have that gene as well, where you can make those decisions right.
Yeah, and listen, you can see just from the way he plays what sort of character he is, and sometimes it's just not in your makeup, is it?
Yeah. But look at that.
Over to you, partner.
We don't see that now. You know, there's not that many players out there who can do this.
And it bamboozled the opposition, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does border on genius, doesn't it?
And right now it's very frustrating for the Chinese pair, because they really want to get the rallies going. And they don't seem to have any rallies going. That means that's fine for Ko and Tan. They enjoy this game.
Serve is over. 15, 10. Huh. 16, 10. Huh. 17, 10.
Well, they've established a really good lead here now, haven't they?
Yeah, the Chinese pair simply can't figure out Ko and Tan.
18, 10.
And they're winning the shuttles or the rallies pretty easily, so they're not really working hard for it.
18. Oh! 12, 18.
Well, just long.
18. Good. 5, 7.
There's been a few upsets today. You may have heard the roars there. That's because the number 15 seeds have just gone out in the men's doubles. Hirokatsu Hashimoto and Noriyasu Hirata gone out to the Indian pair of Manu Attri and Sumit Reddy. So a bit of an upset there. Not as big an upset as obviously earlier in the day when the number 1 seeds went out in the women's doubles.
14, 18.
Bao Yusin and Tang Jinhua going out to an Indonesian pair of Awanda and Harris.
That's good. Good covering by Tan.
Service over.
Stopping the bleeding.
19, 14.
We're on a good run of points there, the Chinese players. And we have to remember, that this is young Chinese players.
Yeah, they're 19.
They're falling for all the tricks.
They're 19.
Yeah.
They're rookies, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know.
All these things
20.
So
Game point.
they have to learn this.
14.
6 game points. It's been a harsh lesson for them, that's for sure, in this opening game. 6 game points here.
Game.
Bamboozled. That's all you can say. They've been bamboozled by a
Definitely.
brilliant flamboyant display by Kukien Kiat and Tan Boon Hyung here. What a terrific performance in that opening game. Nonchalant at time.
But you see that soft shot he uses there, Tan, and you can see the 2 Chinese players are standing with their racket up and waiting for him to push it. He's not going to do that. He's just going to play that one soft. If you look here again, look, both ready for the flat, and then just nice and easy puts it into the court, so he has to create something with the shuttle himself.
And they can play it fast, they can play it flat, but
Yes, they can, but they know they're waiting, and then maybe next time it will come, and then they've gotten the Chinese pair out of their position.
well, maybe it won't be farewell today. Ku and Tan, 21-14, first game.
In 12 minutes, so they haven't worked that hard for it either. Plenty of energy left. But you can just see how relaxed they are.
Yeah, they've had their moments, they've had their arguments, they've had their tiffs, I suppose.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in these partnerships, you've been in them, Jim, you know, it's not going to be plain sailing. But apparently when they won the gold medal at the Asian Games, they weren't even talking to each other.
No. Sometimes that helps.
Yeah, Lee and Liu here have got some working out to do. They're a talented pair, no doubt about it themselves. Well, will it be more of the same, or will we see a fight back here from the Chinese pair? Who just couldn't quite get that out of his body.
Service over. 1, 2.
Of course, one Malaysian pair went out earlier on this court, and Govi Shem and Im Kim Hwa had to retire in the second game against the number 6 seeds, who will face the winner of this match. So it's Lee Shengmu and Sai Jia-sin who are the opponents awaiting in the third round. Call it the third round, call it the last 16, whichever you fancy.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, Fantastic rally.
How can you not enjoy this? We now you know why he's called Coo, because you're cooing every time he plays one of those.
That's out. Just wide.
Thought about that.
But look at that rally. This is what men's doubles is all about. And this is the first time we've really seen that. And
Yeah.
we go back to the debate we had yesterday, you know, let's have this all the time. It's all the rallies like this. Because then we can really see how good these doubles players are nowadays.
Sure.
They can really play.
Well, good focused start, isn't it, from Liu and Lee?
Service over.
And that's where this is,
4.
it's gonna sound really old, but this is youth. You know, there's no reason why he should hit hard that. Just come in with drop shot, have patience. The longer the rallies are, the better it is for the Chinese players. And Ko and Tan are that good in defense. You're not just gonna hit it through them on a smash. They will get it back so as many times as they like. You have to build it up, get them out of balance.
4. All.
Yeah, well, of course, last year they won the World Junior Championship. They are obviously destined for good things. Not always the case, is it? You translate from winning a World Junior to
No.
making among the big boys.
Definitely not. I won the mixed double. I never won the.
Come on, Jim. Yeah, don't
never-
put yourself down.
Well, I didn't win the senior one.
Sure,
Well,
okay.
I didn't play mixed double as a senior, so. But I think you can pretty much see many of them will be up there. You can say the guy I beat in the final at that time was Kim Dong-moon, and he won the Olympic gold in mixed double and men's double. So there is kind of a guideline on the World Junior who's going to be successful. Well played.
6. 4. Check. Thank you.
Well, you just wonder what you were saying. I mean, the last thing Koo and Tan need is a third game. We have to question Koo's fitness here, don't we, really, given... I'm sure he's been training hard, but lack of match fitness, if anything else.
You know what? Match-wise, I think he's okay. He looks really good, but I think the fitness thing that can come into play. As we see here, that was probably the smallest jump I've ever seen from him. So as we look at that, that's down to fitness. That would never have happened before. See, he's trying to reach. He's even smiling. So I think that's more or less the case. He's so skillful. He's so talented that he would be one of those guys. You know, there's just some guys that even that they haven't played for a long time, they can just play, and I think he's one of them. But I will doubt the fitness. So the longer this game will go, the more he will have to make very tough decisions. But you also see he just keeps the net. He's not really good smash. He doesn't really want to go to the backcourt and work hard. So their plan, of course, is to get Ko forward all the time to try and keep the net, and then Tan just have to come with his hard smashes from the backcourt. But the Chinese much better here. They're up there. They know he's going to play the net a lot, so they're up there, both of them just playing it back and then waiting for their chances. It's good to see. They've already learned a lot from that first game.
Yeah.
And he's really hitting it hard, but he's always been a hard hitter.
Service over. 5-8. Lee. 6-8. Service over. 9-6.
Can they combat this Chinese pair now? Growing in confidence, working things out and playing very well now, Li and Liu.
11-6. Interval.
Oh, it's a good lead for them now, isn't it? And you have to say odds on that we're going to have the third game here. Just trying to play a tight net shot there. Tan caught the net caught, came back to him. 11-6.
Please welcome the technical officials on court number 3. The umpires, Christoph, judge, service judge,
120 seconds. 120 seconds. Six. Play. Oh! 12. 6.
and now on court number 3, men's singles. Please welcome from Hong Kong, China, Wei Man. He's facing from Sri Lanka, Dinuka Tamarana.
Yeah, here we see Ko. He's not hitting hard. He's hitting more or build-up smash to come forward,
Service
so
over.
we can take
7-12.
the net away.
You.
Oh, it's a great smash. And this is where they have to be careful, the Chinese. They need to keep building up. We see here they build it up and eventually they will get the chance, but they're making the Malaysian pair work hard, which is what they have to. Really hitting hard.
Service over. 13-7.
What a defense. He still has Ko. That's wide.
Service over. 8-13.
So what do you think, Jim? I mean, is this opportunity gone now for the Malaysian pair, or?
Nah, I would always say that with running score, third set, anything can happen. So I wouldn't take out the Malaysians yet. No,
Okay.
they're still in this game.
Yeah, I understand. A 6-point gap.
But if it should come to a third set, no, you always have enough power for a third game, I think.
Serve is over.
But
Especially
then
when it could be your last in badminton.
14.
definitely when it could be your last. So there shouldn't be any worries about anything, and you'll still have a good time if you lose.
Credit to Lee and his partner Liu as well, because
15-9.
they are playing some super stuff here as well.
Oh, look at that. Absolutely amazing. And that's just goal.
Serve is over.
You know,
10.
impossible shot. He takes it between the legs.
15.
Oops. And we're gonna miss that.
And you know what? And it comes to you down the other end, and that's why the overhead was missed, wasn't
Yeah.
it? It's like, what, huh?
It's a little bit, in a way, you know, it's also been his downfall.
Yeah, there's a time and a place sometimes,
Yeah,
and he hasn't
has-
always found the right time and place.
He's able to do anything, so he's
15.
also sometimes when I've seen him play, used it at the wrong times. But he just can't help it. He's that good. So
Because you can get bored in the game, can't you? It's like, it's coming back, it's coming
Yeah.
back, it's coming back.
but you see, he's basically trying to come forward to the net every time, and now here, only a 3-point gap now.
Yeah, it was 6, wasn't it?
Yeah, and this is the smart play. This is nice and easy. You see, he plays it there, the soft one into the middle of the court. And the two young Chinese player has to learn that they can't go for it all the time. It won't matter anyway, because Koh Tan is so good in defense anyway. So have some more patience. Oh, well played.
Serve is over. 16-12.
That's beautiful.
Nothing you can do about that, is
No,
there?
absolutely beautiful, and he knows that he has to play like that.
Goodness me! That was incredible.
Please don't stop after this, Cole.
I'm afraid the decision's made, but that was unbelievable. Oh, what a point. Point of the championships. Absolutely stunning.
What a legend.
Serve is over.
That is amazing. You don't have, there's none of these players left.
We need to see it earlier as well. Never mind the winning shot, which he does as well. But
But look at that
that's
one.
it. There you go. Oh. And he didn't sit back and soak it up either,
He's
because he had to
smiling.
then get it back again.
And look how he's enjoying it.
Oh, well, I'm glad the umpires let him to have a little rub down after that, because we can take it all in.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
13-16.
He's one of a kind.
Play.
3-point gap still. But this is something for the two young Chinese players there. They played the perfect point.
14.
They,
16.
of course they're frustrated, and this is what I would call a frustrating point. The next one, wow, we should have won, and now we're going a little bit too much for it. So it's worrying times. It's very worrying times for the Chinese pair right now.
Yeah, 5 of the last 6 points have gone the Malaysian way.
Yeah.
But there you go. They got one back there.
Serve is over.
That was important.
17-14.
incredible return by Tan.
Serve is over. 15, 17.
This is the very vital point. Can they close this gap to 1 only? And they can. And this is where, you know, now we're up to where
16,
in this game,
17.
Ko and Tan can see the end of the light of the tunnel. Can you say that? Yeah. The
Yeah.
light at the end of the tunnel.
That's exactly it, yeah.
Yeah. And therefore, well,
Now that
fatigue and fitness and everything.
now
goes-
they're 5 points away from victory.
Yeah. So that goes away. You can always find that extra gear. It's not 1-all.
Oh.
17-all.
17, oh.
Wow.
And ever since that he took those 3 shots behind the legs, that's why they went on this run. So that you can pretty much say that was a momentum changer. And they're frustrated, the Chinese pair right now. They need to really step it up now. Be very disciplined in what they do. And you can see that again. Ever since that happened, they've gone a little bit too much for it.
70, late,
They need to.
late.
It's too. He tried to take a challenge, then it was too late, and I think that's the right call. He should have done it straight away.
17.
I think it was out anyway.
But that's frustration. That's, you know, oh, we need a break. We need to get into this. But that could be difficult now.
Oh, it's just wide. It's just wide. Goodness
Ko-
me.
And Ko is so tired.
He is.
19,
He can hardly walk.
17.
He tried to raw that one down, and you can see he's basically just moving forward and driving. He's not interested in being on the backcourt at all. And they're having a good time. And this is very difficult for the Chinese pair right now.
Well, it's been wonderful entertainment, first and foremost.
Again.
Match points for Ko and Tan. So, maybe today is not the day to say goodbye.
No, but
17.
it's really, yeah.
Time to do your shoelaces.
You can see it on the pictures when he had both his arms in his sides. He was like, whoa.
Listen, he's experienced. He knows what he's doing here.
There was nothing wrong with that. I don't even think he did anything. There was nothing wrong with that shoelace.
I think he redid them.
Yeah. And there again, look how he's holding his legs.
Match points, 3 of them for Malaysia here. Very tired shots there from Ko.
18, 20.
If they can, this Chinese pair, Lee and Liu, if they can just take it to a third, surely they'd be favourites.
Yeah, definitely. Because he's really looking tired. I know I said you always have something for the third, but this one is, he looks. Oops. That's a good play by Tan.
And they've
Fantastic.
done it. They've done it. Ko and Tan are into the last 16 of these World Championships. What a performance from the duo that will say goodbye, but not now. What entertainment.
Yeah, but that's... Of course, I feel sorry for the 2 young Chinese players. I think they have tremendous potential and they will have their time. But on the other hand, I'm such a big fan of this Malaysian pair, especially.
Well, the good news,
Ko.
we get to see him again this week,
And
don't
we
we?
get to see him again. And he's probably showed us more class act shots here and behind the legs and everything that we'll probably see in the whole tournament. So we have to enjoy a player like this. It's not every day we have that. And as I say, I don't think there's anyone on the tour that can do the things that he can do right now. So
Yeah.
we really need to enjoy it.
Yeah, everyone loves a character, and Ko King Kiat is certainly that. He and Tan Boon Hyung are in thanks to a straight games win, 21-14, 21-18. And in the third round, they will meet the Chinese Taipei pair of Li Shengmu and Tsai Jie-sim. Well, how do you follow that? I'm afraid we might not see a more entertaining game. Never mind all day, but all week. But we'll give it a go. Ku and Tian through to the last 16. Now it's the Japanese number 4 seeds of Endo and Hayakawa up against the Germans Kezbauer and Suvana. Here they come, the Germans.